Hey guys, welcome to 1159 Videos. Today we got a Honda CR-V, and the driver's side door, the handle will not open from the inside. To top it off, when you roll down the window to let yourself out, the window don't like to roll back up. So we have a broken door handle and a bad window motor. So we're going to go ahead and take it all apart. Let's see what's going on so we can fix it. So first thing you have to do is, you have a screw up here. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Let's see what's going on here. Alright. Second thing is, get all the other screws. You have one up here. I'm going to pull this guy out. You have one here, and one at a weird angle over here. So you're going to have to get those out of the way. She's already, this is a girl's car. Someone has screwed this in for her, so we got to remove this because there's a couple more screws in there that we have to get out. So let's get this out of the way. You have to unplug the speaker and everything to get this door to where you have to get access to everything. Now the bottom of the door actually clips on, so that's actually an easy one to do. Alright, now the door handle's out of the way. Now we'll show you real quick, with this in the car, the rod will be here and this will be snapped over top of it. All you do is take a little flathead screwdriver, pop it off the rod, and then take the same flathead screwdriver and just lift it right out of the hole, and then your door handle comes out. Let's get inside a little bit deeper. Everything's disconnected. There's 3 screws down where the speaker goes. They're out, so let's take the door panel off and get to the window motor and see the back side of where the rod goes and make sure everything's in the holders or keepers where they're supposed to be. Now right off the bat, I can tell someone's already been in the door. You ask how I would know? Well, this right here is down and tucked inside of here, and the other thing, someone had tried to splice in a speaker. Kind of did a bad job, so we're even going to have to fix that for her. So anyways, your window motor is right behind here, and it will look something like this, and you can actually see where it is in the door. Now there's 3 little 8mm bolts that hold this in there, so you can actually get in from behind and feel for them and undo it that way. And then this blue wire coming down through here, that is your window motor, so you're gonna have to undo it right here, pull it through. So let's go ahead and get some of this broke down and get the old one out. So as I started checking out the door handle, I noticed right off the bat we have broken ears right here, so that's not holding into place, even though the screw kind of holds it into place. But then I looked up here, because it's just a tad off and the actual door panel is bent, so we're gonna have to bend those back into place. So anyways, that's one of the things I wanted to show you. We're gonna go ahead and fix it and get it ready for the next one. The other thing I want to show you too, while you're already this deep into the door, right here on the track, you're going to want to put some grease in there, so that way it goes up and down a little bit easier. Just take your finger, you can do it with a Q-tip, anything like that. Just make sure you put a little bit of grease while you got it down this far. Try to get in right through here, and if you have to, just a tad right up in there behind the wire right here. Move the wire out of the way, and that's a little bit of the track. Now let me show you what it's doing. When you push up on the window, as you see, the motor's just weak. It can't push it up. So we're gonna go ahead and get the old motor out, replace it, grease the track, and see what we get. Okay, if you look, I went ahead and took out the 2 10mm bolts up top, and that actually gave me the room I needed to pry out the motor. You're going to have to take one finger and you're actually literally going to have to push while you're pulling it out. The other thing too is this right here. You take and just push like this. Push those 2 little tabs in like that, and here is the old motor right here. So we're going to go ahead and grab the new motor, which is right here. So, and we're going to go ahead and put this bad boy in there. I'm going to put a little bit of grease on the gears as I put it back in there. Now you got to remember, the motor goes back in like this, so you have to put it pretty much pry back as you slide it up in there. Then you reach up in here and help just pull out the back side so this gear gets around with a pin. So let me get this thing ready. I'm going to get it all greased up and we're going to start sliding it back in. So let's see if we can go and slide this new unit in. And boom, just like that. So now pretty much what you got to do is reach around in there and start feeling for the little holes and put the bolts in there. So, I mean, the motor, to change it out is pretty much, it's just that easy. Slide it on the keeper first. And of course the keeper's going to turn on me. Once that's on there, then put your little tab back into place. So your wiring's done. So now that the wiring's done, all we gotta do is put the 3 8mm bolts in the 210 and get everything, you know, readjusted to where it was. Try to reline it back up with all the bolt holes that was already there. So let's go ahead and get the next step. I gotta find the actual little holes in there and then tighten the 3 8mm bolts. Okay, I've got the 3 8mm bolts into the motor. It's tightened up. I got the 4 10mm bolts to the door. They're already retightened back up. So all we gotta do is plug in the the window motor. Okay, let's go and try that window motor out. Let's see what we got. Goes down nice and good. Now it goes back up. Now when you see a window motor going up slow like this, a lot of times you have to grease the tracks also where the window slides up. Old vehicles, they just get dry and it puts a lot of friction on them. So otherwise it's going up and down pretty good. So let's go ahead and grease up the tracks in there. All right, window motor is back in. Window goes up and down. I greased the tracks, got all that taken care of. Went ahead, we bent those back into place where they're supposed to be. Everything else is fine. Greased the back side of the door. So we're gonna go and put the door panel in and put the handle back on and see if it works. And don't forget, you have to push your tab back forward. What that does, that locks on your the actual rod, so it doesn't just pop out every time you shut the door. Then you have to plug in, of course, your lock switch. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see what we got. Window rolled down just fine. Oh, door is fixed. So after a long, hard, tired day working on cars, 1159 videos, we're out. 59 videos, of course I show you how to repair stuff, but sometimes, you know, it's also good to make things better than what they were. So as you see, when you go to pull up on the handle, you automatically can see the front of the door handle is pulling up some. So right away that tells me that it's very prone to re-breaking those tabs and also re-bending the metal again. So what we're going to do is we're going to drill a hole right here, and we are going to put a wide top screw in here. Now you can also put a washer on there, paint it gray to match in there, and put it in. And it's going to be out of your way because your door handle is down here. So what you want to do is your first screw hole or hole you want to drill, it's a little bit bigger because you don't really want to cut into the plastic. You just want to cut into the metal for the strength. So we're going to put a hole right here, and then we're going to put a smaller drill bit in there and drill into the metal, and then we're going to screw it in. So let's get it done real quick. Alright, that's the first one, that's the bigger hole. Then now, we use a little bit smaller one, and we're going to get in there. Alright. Next up, Phillips head screwdriver. And we're going to go ahead and put this bad boy in. Now you don't want to tighten it too tight because then you'll break it. But as you pull up on it, you automatically see that's not even budging now. So this is actually a pretty decent repair. Anyways, that's your CR-V door handle repair. I know this isn't the only one that's broken the same way. So anyways, hope it helps you guys. 11 video night videos.